Afternoon everybody, I hope you're well and welcome to today's craft. It's one of the Christmas crafts that I've been dying to do and I finally got to do it. So yeah, let's get into today's video. So I'm using a mixture of things. The first thing you'll definitely need is a frame. These are from Poundland. They have no glass in them and I've used them before in my crafts. They're absolutely brilliant. And I will be spray painting this white. I'm using the auto spray paint. This is from Poundland. It's £1 a turn. They didn't have the Turner and Grey spray paint that I wanted in B&M, so I'm using the car paint. And then I'm using 3 of the light up Christmas decorations. Again, these are from Poundland. I absolutely love anything that lights up and is Christmassy. So for £1, I'm super excited and I absolutely love the little house. I'm also going to be using 3 of the reindeers. Again, they're from Poundland. Some of the wedding gems or diamonds, they're from Poundland. Some Christmas bells and some garland, again from Poundland. And then I've got a mixture of pine cones. I got them from Asda last Christmas. And then I was going to use some flowers, but I decided not to. But I'm definitely going to be using some of the berries, again from Poundland. And then I did use some of the silver sparkly stuff that I picked up from my local market for £1. And you'll need some card. This is just for a template, and then some card from a cardboard box, and this is going to be the base for the arch in the back. So yeah, that's everything that you'll need. You'll also need a glue gun, a pair of scissors, a ruler, a pen, some wire cutters and some tweezers. And yeah, let's get into actually making it. So the first thing I'm going to do in a bit is I'm going to spray paint the frame with the white spray paint, and I'm just going to do round the edges and the inside round the edges. You don't have to do the base because you won't see it in the end anyway, and it is already white. Obviously you could do this in any colour that you wanted. If you wanted to do gold and red, then you know you could do that, but I wanted white because that's the colours of my living room. So I'm going to create an arch before I paint this, and it's just so that I can work on it once it's dried. And all I'm doing is taking a piece of the A4 card, and I'm going to speed up while I'm doing this, and I'm just going to measure roughly where the center of the card is down the side. And then I'm going to measure the length of the frame. It's just under 30 centimeters. And once I've figured out where I'm going to have the center, I'm just going to mark that at the bottom of the piece of A4 card. And this is so that when we cut it out and we draw an arch, all we're going to do is flip the template over, and then that will create the arch when we cut it out. So I'm happy that it's about halfway. And then I'm just going to draw a straight line up to the center of the page, the card that we already marked. And then I'm going to just use a bowl to create the arch from the top of the line. And that'll be the top of the arch. So I want it roughly around about 2 inches, just over 2 inches, the width of the arch, because I want to make sure that I can get the silver sparkly stuff in. So I'm just going to measure roughly around the arch that we've just created, 2 inches, just over 2 inches, and then we can again draw a straight line and then use the bowl again to create the arch for the inside. And I did it at first and I wasn't happy with how it looked, so I just had a quick look on the frame and then decided I want it to curve more. So I just used the bowl again and created a different line. And then all I'm going to do is cut that out with a pair of scissors. And now I'm going to take the card, I'm going to draw out the template, and then I'm going to flip it over and do it again so that it creates 2. Cut it out with a craft knife, and this is what it looks like. So we're going to glue them together. It doesn't matter that there's a join in the middle because we're going to be putting stuff over it, but I'm going to go and spray paint it white and the frame, and I'll be back once it's dry. So they're dry now. and I'm happy with how they look. I did 2 coats on the cardboard just to make sure it was completely covered, and I only did 1 coat on the frame. But we're just going to stick it together and then stick it to the back of the frame just using hot glue. And I'm just checking that what it's going to look like underneath the silver, and I'll be back once I've glued it all together. But very quickly, I'll just say, if you're new here, I'm Jo. I do craft videos and haul videos. If you're returning, as always, thank you for your continued support. I'm going to be doing a video on Thursday explaining why it's so important to me and how much it really does mean to me. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you leave a comment, I'll always reply. And if you've not subscribed and you want to see more from me, then, you know, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, you'll get, and if you hit the bell button as well, you'll get notified of when I upload my videos. So I'm now going to use the pearl garland. I'm going to go all the way around the inside and around the outside just using hot glue. And that's done and it's dry. And now I couldn't decide if I wanted to use the white stars or the blue stars. I got this from last year from B&M. It was 4 for £3, and I'm actually going to use the blue. So all I'm going to do now is just stick that over the edge of the card just to hide the line. And again, I'm just going to use some tweezers and hot glue, and I'll be back once I've done the whole of the inside and all the way around the outside of the edge. And I was thinking of doing it around the frame, but in the end I decided not to. So I just did round the arch. So I'm happy with how it's looking, and it's now hiding the edge of the cardboard. And I'm going to now start to stick the silver swirls, and I absolutely love this stuff from the market. They do it in gold as well, and I've used it in crafts before. I'm going to definitely pick up a load more next time I go. I hope they do it in red. I'd be really happy if they do it in red. So I'm just going to roughly place how I want my swirls to be, and obviously I want them the same on each side, and I'm going to stick them down using hot glue, and I'll be back once that's done. So it's all stuck down. I'm happy with how it's looking, and now I can start to add the decorations that I want. So this is an old decoration. I've just pulled out one of my decoration boxes, and I'm going to just stick that in the center to hide the joint. And then I'm going to use some of the white berries, and I'm going to pop them where the gaps are, and I'm going to use some pine cones, and I did end up using some of the silver bells as well, and I'm just going to fill the gaps, and I'm just going to add a little bit of greenery into the top bit so it all ties it together, and I'll be back once I've stuck all that down. So it's all stuck down. I'm really happy with how it's looking. I've done pine cone, a bell, and some berries, and I've done exactly the same on each side. I've just filled in the gaps so you can still see the silver sparkly swirls, and I'm really happy with how it's looking. And now we can get on to adding the bit in the base, and I'm really excited for this. I've been dying to do this since I've seen these. So I'm just going to pop these in the middle, and I only noticed when I was putting them in that one of them's silver around the base and the other 2 are white. I don't know why that is, but I want the house in the middle, so you're not going to see the base once you put the gems in. But we're going to stick the deer or reindeer onto the side, and they won't stand up without, because obviously one of the legs isn't on the frame, but once they're glued down they'll be fine. And I'm just going to put one on each side like so, again just using some hot glue to glue them down, and then I'm going to be back once that's done. So I'm really happy with how they look. I'm super excited. Honestly, I can't wait for Christmas. I'm just now going to add some more of the silver sparkly stuff on each side, and then I'm going to add some of the pine cones, another bell, and some of the white berries. I'm going to fill it with the gems, and I'm also going to add one of the deer to the back. it just finished it off. I didn't like it that you could just see straight through. So I'll be back once that's done. So here we go. Here it is. It's finished. I'm so overjoyed with it. I wish I could keep it out. I'm not going to keep it out yet. I'm not putting my Christmas decorations up in October, but I'm really happy with how it looks. It was so easy to do, and most of the stuff is from Poundland except from the pine cones and the silver sparkly stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really chuffed with the results. Take care now, guys, and I will see you on Wednesday for my next Christmas craft. Bye.